In this video, we're going to show you how to install the battery on your Honda Ridgeline located under your hood. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to loosen the nut on the ground terminal. Lift that up, set it aside. Now I want to come over here to the positive side, pull back on the rubber boot. I'm going to do the same thing here. Once this boot is pulled back, it's going to give you access to the 10mm nut right here. I want to go ahead and loosen that. I'm going to do the same thing. We're just going to wiggle the cable assembly. Be able to pull it up and off, set that aside. Now, running across the center of our battery is the battery brace to hold us down. Now, on both sides, on the rear as well as the front, there are J hooks. So these are long bolts with a J hook on the bottom side, and it hooks into the battery tray on the bottom side. So we're going to use our 10mm socket and our extension. What we want to do is we want to loosen this nut enough where we can pull that up. And we're just going to let that set. We're going to do the one on the front side as well. We don't have to remove the nut. We just want to loosen enough where we can unhook the J. And once we do that, you can pull up on this bracket. Pull this up and out. And there is the J on the bottom that hooks into the battery tray. So go ahead and set that aside. Now, if your battery has a handle on it, you can go ahead and grab this and lift it straight up and out. Now, when we install our battery, our J hook is going to come down along the side of the battery and go into this little tab, and you're going to hook it. And then you're going to tighten down the 10mm nut on the top, and do that on both the back J bolt as well as the front. Go ahead and grab your battery, lower it down into the battery tray. Now you want to grab your bracket with the J hooks. You want to get those J hooks lined up into the battery tray down below. Our next step is to grab the bracket itself, and we're going to pull up gently on that. Now that we have both of the J hooks caught, make sure your fingers are underneath it because you don't want to crush them, and gently snug down the nuts. Now, we don't want to over tighten that. And then we'll snug this one down gently. Now, the trick here is you just want the bracket here to be snug. We don't want the battery to be bouncing around, but you don't want to over tighten as you can damage the battery itself. Give that a wiggle, make sure the battery isn't going anywhere, and that is good. Our next step, go ahead and grab that positive terminal. Slide that over, and want to go ahead and snug that down. Once you feel that nut bottom out, you want to give it just a little bit more. You want to make sure that it's good and snug, but do not over tighten it, as you can split and sometimes ruin the cable end here. So give that cable a good wiggle, and ours is still a little loose. Here we go, that's good and tight. Go ahead and grab your ground terminal and do the same here. Grab that cable end, wiggle it, and that's good and tight. Now that we have the ground terminal tight, we can go ahead and finish up by getting our rubber boot on here the best we can. And you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.